What's going on, B-Rob? It's your man Carl from the Codex Prime Podcast. Just want to say, what's good, say what's up, show love that you've been showing us too. Can't wait to collaborate with you. I know me and Vic been looking forward to it. So, we're all wrestling fans, so I know it's going to be a grand old conversation. So, let's go get that popping, alright? Talk to you soon, man. Peace.
Random Rob. Wanna talk shit? Just call in. It's Random with Rob.
What's up, everybody? This your boy B-Rob, and I'm back with another edition of the Random Rambles with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for coming back each and every week and listening to my show. And if you're a new listener, I appreciate you. And also, if you're a new listener, I hope you're listening from either Alaska, Iowa, Vermont, or Idaho. Because I have yet, reading from my analytics from Podbean, I have yet to have any listeners from Vermont, Alaska, Iowa, and Idaho. There's only 4 places in the United States that nobody has ever listened to the Random Ramblers with Rob podcast. So if you know anybody in those places, I know it might be a little tough for Alaska, but hey, need you to hook a brother up. Maybe even give me some reviews from there. I ain't had none of those in a while. So if you're listening, just in general, it doesn't have to be anybody from Alaska, Vermont, Iowa, or Idaho to give me a rating or review on iTunes or wherever you listen to the podcast, because it really helps the show out. I would also appreciate it so much so. Anyway, we got the first episode of 2018. And if you can hear the joyfulness and glee in my voice, it's because once again, I am home alone. That means nobody's here. I can make all the noise I want and be all rambunctious and shit, if that's even a word. But yeah, we got a couple things going on. We, and I mean the royal we, as in all of us, we have this certain event in life that we thought would never happen, or that would be so thin, or the margins of of completeness for this actual event to occur. We like to call this thing your unicorn. Is that one thing that you thought you would never see, and when it finally happens, it's just like so majestic, magnificent, and amazing that I know it's a sight to behold or hear, because this is an audio podcast. But today I have found my unicorn, and it comes in the form of a voicemail from Jay, one half of the hashtag Blackout Podcast. It's not Jared this time. Jared always calls in here and leaves me a voicemail, dropping some random thoughts, some random questions and everything. But this time, after many, many a months, I would say even a year or two of pleading for him to give me a call on my voicemail line, Jay from the hashtag Blackout Podcast finally did that. So he called in from Target, which is, I'm not going to even say my arch nemesis, and I'm not going to even say it's a rival to the Walmart thing, because I do enjoy going to Target every now and then, because, I've openly said it on my show and other places that Target has the superior electronics section over Walmart. Yeah, I said it. And, I'm not ashamed of that. Walmart has the overall, if you had to compare them, if you had them side by side, Walmart would have the more check marks on its side over Target. But enough of me, talking about that and everything. Let's hear from the man, Jay, from the hashtag Blackout Podcast, and we'll answer his question and his random thoughts.
Surprise, motherfucker. What up, man? It's Jay from the hashtag Blackout Podcast. the other one that never calls you. So, yeah, I'm giving you a call now. Better late than never. Anyway, it's about 7:15 Sunday morning. I'm taking my black ass to work because, yeah, that's just what they need me to do. But, yeah, just giving you a call, man. Question for you. So, I was walking through Target. Yeah, Target, and, thought about something. All the bougie people and, you know, uppity, hipster type folks that walk through there. So, yeah, I figured you'd probably be the foremost expert to answer this question. But, a brawl between the people of Walmart versus the people of Target. Who do you think will win? I think I know the answer, but, yeah. How do you think that would fare? How do you think that would turn out? Better yet, since you are a WWE expert, what wrestlers in the WWE do you think would best represent Target, and which ones do you think would best represent Walmart? And how do you think that would go? Anyway, that was my most random thought while walking through Target. I don't normally shop at Target. I shop at Walmart. But, yeah. Anyway, I'll let you later. Maybe another year before I call back, or maybe not. But, yeah. You could, always come through and crash our show like you did that one time, but it's all good. We love it. Yeah, so, blacking out. I'll let you later.
Oh boy. There you go. That was some voicemail delight from Jay, half of the hashtag Blackout podcast. And we're gonna roll into these questions that he had. Who do I think will win in an all-out brawl or all-out war between the people of Walmart and the employees of Target? See, you see how I differentiated the two, right? Because it is the people of Walmart. Because I highly doubt if the employees of Walmart broke out into a brawl that it wouldn't be utter chaos that would freaking be, you know, enjoyed by all. You know, I think all the employees and all the patrons of the Walmart would probably just join in just because, you know. So I think of it as this. If it was a brawl between Walmart and Target, obviously Walmart would win, because I compare that to like the zombies on fucking, what is that, World War Z or 28 Days Later or whatever. They would just rush the shit out of Target, and they'll just be so discombobulated and they wouldn't know what the hell to do. They'd just kind of lay down and be decimated and everything. It was just a sea of blue with swarm the little red dots all over the globe and everything. So yeah, you're not toppling Walmart. You're not taking them down. Walmart is the conglomerate. Goddamn, they got Walmart, the superstore, which has grocery stores inside. And they were just like, you know what? I'm Walmart. I can do what the fuck I want. I'm petty as shit. I'm going to open grocery stores just cause I can. You know, I think they, Walmart, no, I think that was Amazon, may have bought Sprouts or Whole Foods, but Walmart was trying to buy one of those two franchises, so they enveloping more grocery aspects and everything to open more Walmart grocery stores. And now, I went down to either it was in Beaumont or Port Arthur or some shit. I think it was Beaumont. Walmart got their own convenience stores, like little gas stations and shit that you can go into. I mean, if you go to my Instagram account, I went to my first Walmart gas station, convenience store or whatever. So Walmart is going to take over the earth, and let alone, you know, little bitty red speckles of Target and everything. So all out brawl, Walmart has it hands down. Now, second question, who do I think would frequent Walmart or Target, you know, WWE wrestlers, you know, so I won't peruse and browse through the whole list. I'm on the WWE website right now, and I'm looking at the current list of active champions. So we got the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, the women's champions Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Roman Reigns, Intercontinental, Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins tag, the Usos as a tag champion, Enzo as a cruiserweight champion, and Pete Dunne as the UK championship. Now, top to bottom, Universal champion, Brock Lesnar. Do I envision him shopping at Walmart or Target? I would say Walmart because they have a hunting section in there. And from what I know of Brock Lesnar, he is a man who likes to hunt. So I don't think Target has anything like that in their stores. So 1 point to Walmart, Brock Lesnar. AJ Styles, he's a country motherfucker. I believe he would shop in Walmart, but I could be wrong. But AJ Styles, Walmart shopper. Alexa Bliss, Target. I ain't going to even get into that. Just look at it. She seemed a little prissy and everything or whatever. So Target shopper, Alexa Bliss. Charlotte Flair. I know for fact she's a Walmart shopper. I've seen Instagram footage of her and what's her name? Becky Lynch shopping at Walmart. So I know for a fact Charlotte is a Walmart shopper. Roman Reigns. I don't know. I think he might go to Walmart for the sheer novelty of it, but I believe that he may be a red shirter. He may be a Target shopper. Now, here we go. We got Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins. I don't know about this one. Jason Jordan seems like a Target shopper to me. Seth Rollins, I'm not so much sure. I'm looking at his beady eyes right now. His profile picture on this website is staring into my soul and is making me feel all kinds of awkward and shit. Not in a sexual way. It's just I need to scroll off his picture. He just got like this deadpan stare and it's making me feel weird. But Seth Rollins, I'm gonna say Target. So there we go. All right, the Usos, Walmart. If you see any of their off WWE TV stuff, like they behind the scenes footage, anything, they pure asses, like comedy gold, and that it is only suited for Walmart shoppers. Enzo Amore, Target. I know he's silly and he acts a fool and clowns and everything, but from what I see from his Instagram and everything, he has a little bit of an expensive taste, and that is more suited for a Target shopper. Pete Dunne. I know he's a Walmart shopper. I've seen him in Walmart, and I don't know. He might have been converted from the blue side to the red side because most recently he put out a post on Twitter saying that Walmart was selling his merchandise, his T-shirts and everything on their website, because I know Walmart has a lot of third-party partnerships that they provide shipping and everything for, much like Amazon. So somebody was selling his shirts on the Walmart website. So he might have defected from Walmart to Target. So I'm going to give that tally point to Target. Now, just for shits and giggles, we got the NXT champion, Andrade Cien Almos. I think he might be a Target shopper. Ember Moon, native Dallas Texan. She has to be a Walmart shopper just because I believe that in my heart of hearts. She loves little collectibles and toys and shit. So that's a Walmart thing. What else we got? Then we got the Undisputed Era as the NXT Tag Champions, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. I'm gonna say Walmart, just because I don't have anything to back up. I mean, I know of them, but I don't know a lot of them. So I'm gonna just exo facto Walmarto. And there you go, Jay. I hope that answered your questions, and I appreciate you calling. And I look forward to hearing from you again on the voicemail line next year. Oh man. And as per usual, I have many voicemails from the voicemail king, Hoppy Rogers. He has one story that he has for us, and he has 2 additional voicemails. But before we get into those, I just want to hit on a couple points and everything. Last couple episodes kind of been all over the place, especially the one before this one. It was just straight audio. I didn't put any intros into it, voicemails or nothing like that. That's kind of why I got a backlog now for this episode. But, a lot of shit's been happening, man. It's just like, I've been working all these extra hours because, as I said before, we're trying to purchase a home and everything, and just getting all them fees and putting everything together so we can make that move. You know, I just been working extra hours, coming in late, working out of town. So I hadn't had time like I wanted to actually schedule guests and everything and get them on the show and record new content. But, you know, and then the people that I did have time to schedule with, you know, I talked with them very briefly, and it was like, yeah, man, we could do it. And then when it came down to go time, I ain't never hear back from their ass or whatever. I mean, there ain't no plight on them. These are a little bit of a higher caliber guests that I was reaching out to. So, I mean, I understand if they're busy and everything. And it's not even that they're a higher caliber guest. I mean, it just goes for any guest. I mean, who am I? You know, I'm just a guy asking you to run your mouth with me for 30 minutes to an hour or whatever. Just some random stranger. Random. You know, I ain't famous or a celebrity or whatever. And then some of these people that I've been reaching out to, I mean, it's an image thing. You know, I mean, they got to protect their brand and, you know, do what they think is right for their career. And I can't fault them for that. If this is not a stepping stone for them, hey, I understand. Because, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I have no delusions of grandeur, and, you know, and I ain't saying that I'm the best podcaster in the world or best podcast out. You know, I have my own critical thinking of myself, and being a podcaster, broadcaster and everything. You know, I feel like the show should be doing better than what it is. And, you know, I feel every podcaster or content creator feels that way about their own stuff. They're critical about their own brand and everything. You know, I feel some type of way about my shit or whatever, but I never let it discourage me, and I never let it get me to the point to where I don't feel that I can do this show anymore or want to do this show anymore. I'm just like, fuck it, man. I just move on to the next. So a lot of this stuff fell through, and I had that episode with Paul Griffin in the bag already. I mean, we recorded that a while back, live and in person, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So shout outs to Paul for introducing me to the Irish pub known as Griff's and their turkey melt sandwich, because that shit was delicious. And hopefully we'll do some more broadcasting here in the future. But yeah, man, I couldn't get nobody this week, and I was just gonna sit here and ramble with you like I normally do. And but this interview that I have today kind of fell in my lap, and be as it may, like I was saying before, I just been so busy and been wanting to collaborate and work with other people. Like you heard at the top of the show from Codex Prime is another podcast that I've kind of fell into or whatever. They're fellow wrestling fans and everything, and we're gonna get that collabo done. But as of now, I'm just super busy trying to move, pack up shit, work these extra hours, make this money to secure my family a home. So if anybody was wondering why or whatever, you know, the show has just been lackadaisical. I haven't had a more play in my social media accounts and everything. That's why, because I've been working out of town, in town, overnight, in the morning, at night, all that shit. So there you go. But it'll pick up once all this moving shit goes. And I'm forewarning you now that, like, whenever we actually moving shit around, I may be unable to record some shit. But hey, I always got something in the bag, baby. I always got something in the bag. Anyway, this interview kind of fell in my lap. I mean, I don't know if I really want to call them interviews, because I mean, it's just general conversation or whatever. But I don't know. That's just something that popped into my brain just now. But Tony Rager, the man, the myth, the legend. He's been on the show many times before. Host of the Guy Shaped Mommy Hole 2.0 with co-host that motherfucker Jody B. And I think it's exclusively on see, I can't talk, man. That's why this episode got the the name that it got. But him and Jody B have a show exclusively on YouTube or whatever. I don't think it's audio form on iTunes or anything like that yet. But yeah, man, they do it live. And it's cool that people that I met through podcasting, Jody B and Tony Ranger, they come together and form their own show, you know, rehashing of a brand and everything. And that's kind of what we talk about, you know, during our conversation and everything. Positive growth, not only in podcasting, but in life, personal growth and everything. So I'm not going to beat the dead horse or whatever. I ain't going to give you too much of a preview of what we talked about, but because you're going to hear it for yourself. You know, I never been too long winded about, you know, what me and my guests are going to talk about, because you're about to hear it here in a couple minutes. Because first, before we get that started, we got some voicemails from Happy Roger. So since we have a few from him, he has a story, which was a two-parter. You know, the voicemail always cut off on people because they forget they have only 3 minutes to say what the hell they got to say. And then he has 2 follow-up voicemails. Like I said, it was a backlog because I hadn't been able to get in here and record like I wanted to. But we'll put the story up front before the interview. Then we have the other 2 voicemails leading us out into that good night afterward. So here we go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy another edition of the Random Ramblers with Rob podcast featuring Tony Rager after this voicemail from Hoppy Rogers.
What up, everybody? I'm going to tell the saga of Hoppy and Chef Jake and Sarah in St. Louis. Back a long time ago, probably 2003. Chef Jake and Anomaly, good buddies too. But Chef Jake, he used to cook he lived with Sheryl Crow for like 5 years. He's fucking cooked for everybody. He worked for John Besh, that dude on TV all the time down in New Orleans. He's out Colorado now, but sort of our brothers. But anyway, we all went to St. Louis for a rave party. And I had my Acura show car for the police hitting head on doing 50 and wrecked it. And we had that out there. And we got there late on a Friday night, like 11:30 or something. And they give us this room. And we go up there and open it. And me, I'm a pastry chef before I was a horror director. And so, you know, 2 chefs on vacation, and we got a chick. Why are we going to spend money on food? So we brought a whole bunch of coolers of steaks and vegetables and, you know, all our fucking chicken, everything. We were just going to cook at the park. And, but anyway, we get our room key at like 11:30, go up there, open the door, TV's on. We're like, damn, they must knew we was coming in late, put the TV and the lights on for us. Then we hear people start screaming. I'm talking screaming bloody murder. There was people in the room already. So we go back down and we're like, can we get a room without people in it? I mean, that's fucked up. I mean, we could have got shot. So they feel all horrible and all this and give us a fucking penthouse suite up at the top. And so now we got a balcony and a huge room and all this shit. And the rave gets busted before the rave even fucking gets started. So we bring a bunch of people back. We got a penthouse now, bitch. We're partying in our room. And good Lord, it was I'm glad the rave got canceled. We had a fucking ball in this room. I'm talking. But then we didn't have nowhere to cook because we didn't know in St. Louis you can't have a fire in the park, so there's no grills in any of the parks, and you can't bring a grill to the park. So we're like, fuck. Well, we walked us down to the restaurant and the hotel. We're like, hey, can we come down here and cook in this motherfucking kitchen? I mean, the chef was actually real cool. He was like, nah, but I'll give y'all some propane burners and some skillets and shit, and y'all can go cook on the balcony at the penthouse. We're like, that's fucking great. So we're up there cooking steaks. Everybody's fucked up, blowing fucking weeds, glow sticks going everywhere. We're having a good old time. And then the next morning, we're going to leave, and we hit this pothole coming right over the bridge, get a flat tire, have to pop in. We're in East St. Louis with a flat tire. I don't know if y'all know about East St. Louis, but this motherfucker's fucked up. I mean, hear Nelly talking about East St. Louis sometimes. I mean, I'm hood, motherfucker. I was scared. I'm not going to lie to none of you motherfuckers. This is literally probably the only time I've ever been scared just from being in the hood in my life. And so we limped the car to a gas station, hop out. I'm talking as soon as we hop out, 2 white boys and a 110-pound, 5'2" sexy blonde bitch. As soon as we hop out the car, everybody's staring. I'm talking like like the whole neighborhood just stopped, and I mean mid-step. I mean, and we're like, oh, we're fucked, man. And so I'm asking, I mean, everybody's coming up trying to talk and hustle and everything, just immediately, boom. And so I'm talking to this bum with he's got a dreadlock gray beard and dreadlock gray hair, but it's like a big gray dreadlock lion's mane. And me and him just got to talking, and I'm like, you know, is there a tire store open anywhere? He's like, nah, bro, it's Sunday. You know, you're fucked. And ain't nothing open till tomorrow. And so we're like, oh, we're fucked. I ain't got no spare, nothing. So this one little homie runs up. He's like, hey, bro, my dude around the corner, he got a little shop stuff. We can take back there. He probably fix that right up for you for like $50. And I'm like, all right, man, we ain't got no options. And this is back when I'm young and still, you know, think I'm bulletproof and all this shit. So we swings around the way back into the hood off the main road, and we pulling in this property. He runs in the house real quick, come back out, talking about, hey, Doc, he had a run down around clip, and he gonna be coming back over here about 20 minutes. Just chill out, about 20 minutes. And so I'm like, man, you got an air tank? I just want to see if this motherfucker will hold air. And at this point, I'm just like, let's just see, because I think we're getting set up. I'm pretty goddamn sure we get set up. So he's got an air tank. I air it up. The tire feels like it's holding. It ain't running right the fuck back out. And I'm like, hey, y'all, we can get 2 exits down and then fuck with this again. So I do $40 just for looking out for us with the air compressor and all that. And we got the fuck up out of there, buddy. And woo! But you know, it don't sound like it's that crazy. But if I could play the video, you'd have felt it. Love y'all.
3 A B H. Hello.
Yo.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
For sure.
All right. I'm trying to decide if I should get an energy drink or not. Up around give me anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get a Xanax instead.
You know, I probably could. I'm just scared. You know, just fucking scared. I legit want to stay away from all pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you from personal experience. Whenever they was trying to give me meds for I guess in anxiety or ADHD or trying to sleep or whatever the fuck. 3 A B H. They gave me Xanax, and I tried that shit, and I was just like, fuck your couch. I got off of it immediately.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it gave me the jitters, you know? So I was just like, I can't have this shit. I mean, it would help me kind of sleep, but when I was awake, I was just like, I don't like this feeling, man. It's just like, I was like real hype at 1 second, then I get real low, then I get real hype, then I get real low, and then I just eventually fall asleep. I said, I can't handle that.
That was with the pill?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, yeah. See, shit like that makes me not want to take pills.
Yeah.
Well, so what's going on, B-Rob? How you been, brother?
Chilling. I was going to start off official and do like a whole intro and all kind of shit like that, but I was like, fuck it.
Okay, we can do it this way too. Shit, I'm the fuck. I'm over here at the liquor store right now trying to figure out what to buy to drink. And, you know, the problem with choices is there are too many. So
we doing live commentary at the liquor store?
Apparently. This is Tony's liquor critique.
We're live on location with Tony Rager.
Live location. I think what I'm going to get is a Calypso. You ever had a Calypso?
I never heard of that. What is it?
Huh?
I never heard of it. What is it?
It's a lemonade drink. It's like a Caribbean. It says Taste of the Islands. Blue lemonade. You got melon lemonade. Black cherry lemonade. Coconut colada limeade. Real lemon blit.
Don't have no blackberry molasses?
They got black cherry. That's it. But I'm gonna get this tropical mango. That shit was bomb. It's all orange as fuck.
For sure. So it's just a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We just strolling around, walking to liquor stores or driving to liquor stores.
I was in the back. I was cleaning my backyard and shit, and I got thirsty, and then I walked through the back gate because the liquor store is my backyard. Good looking, man.
Must be nice. Very convenient.
Very. Yeah, me and Jody just finished recording. Did you see that?
No, I was out running around doing my whole bunch of shenanigans and shit too.
Shenanigans. I still have a shitload of shenanigans I need to do too.
Yeah, the timeline has been thrown off. The original plan was to wake up this morning, do yard work, record with you, and then cook some dinner. But when I got up, my wife was like, "I got a nail in my tire."
Oh man!
And it's just like, I ain't got no jack in the car. So I had to go get a jack, and then I had to go find her, where she work at. And then I look at the nail house in the tire, and if it's in the sidewall, you can't repair that shit. So I'm had to get another tire. So luckily it was in there to where it wasn't losing air or anything, damaging the tire. So I drove that motherfucker to the nearest tire shop, got it replaced. It was jam packed in there, so I had to wait a little while. So instead of sitting there in that lobby with all them people coughing and wheezing and with the crap coffee and water bottles and everywhere and shit, I just went walk around the surrounding area and everything. I found a classic video arcade, which was pretty cool. And then I found another place called Games Plus, to where you can buy new and used video games and movies. And I went in there and spent more than I should have. Then I walked to HEB and got some honey and some wine, which will not go together, but
yeah.
And I just
sounds like fucking did a lot, dude.
Yeah, I went on an adventure by myself, walking around North Houston.
I'm gonna start traveling, man. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna visit everybody this year.
That's, man, that's like my big thing. Ever since I heard it on Ice and the Face, or even just talking with him when it was on my show, they was talking about just going to just different places they've never been and try to find local podcasters and do shows with them.
Yeah.
And ever since I heard them say that, I've been itching to try to do something like that.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like it's gonna be fun, man. Like I quit cleaning pools. I quit that on the new year. Selling my truck. I'm starting a new job Monday for officially Monday. I'm officially gonna be a salesman. And since I'm gonna be the only salesman for a company, you can imagine what my pockets are gonna look like.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that opportunity. So this new job entitles me to even more freedom than cleaning pools did, because basically I just make sales from home whenever I want, So, I mean, I don't even have to be at home. I could take my laptop. I could be on my phone. I could be on the train on my way to New York making sales. And then I can go to New York and visit shops personally, make sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not live life, bro? Doesn't that sound like a good way to, I mean, look, this is the way I see it. Like I spent a lot of my adult years trying to figure out how to be an adult and how to navigate through this life. And I'm finally here, man. And it's fucking amazing. I'm not saying that, like, I'm not crazy still. Like I'm still a little crazy, Like I have my moments where I feel like the world is going to end and I should just die. I still feel that way sometimes. But like 90% of the time, I'm fucking solid and it's new and it's weird, So what I'm going to do is, instead of what I've been doing is just sitting here by myself at home, with this deconstructed version of myself, I'm going to go out in the world with the deconstructed version of myself and to rediscover myself like that, rather than just being stagnant. You know what I mean? Like a little stale pond water with mosquito larvae starting to form in it. I want to be a raging fucking river,
Yes, I can understand that.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm gonna go visit you. I'm gonna visit fucking Ray. I'm gonna visit Jody B. I'm gonna visit everybody I can, dude. All year, I'm just gonna make like a 1 week trip. Sounds like it's gonna be tight.
Yeah,
but
just be careful that whenever you go up there around Jody B, because they don't cater to our kind around there.
Who's this city slicker? The New Year's came and hit me in the balls right away. Just 2018 said, "What's up?" Right in the nutsack. Started off with the flu.
It's like
Monday and Tuesday I slept the entire time, rolled up in a blanket on my bed, with 103 fever, with like insane opioid needed pain relieving pain is what I was going through for 2 days straight. And then I didn't eat for like 3 days. Threw up one in the middle of the night, and then the next day I couldn't sleep, so I was up for 24 hours with no food. It was just a really hard week this week, bro.
Yeah,
it was really hard this week. I wanted to cry. I wanted to call B-Rob and cry about it.
The struggle was real at the time.
In the moment, it seemed very real. But now I'm fine, and everything's not as,
Yeah. And
end all be all.
With everything like what you were saying about rebranding, rediscovering, and all kind of stuff, you kind of did that. You here not too long ago with your podcast and your directions and everything and whatnot. Because I know beforehand you had the God Shaped Mommy Hole, which is still intact now. I think this is a God Shaped Mommy Hole 2.0. And,
essentially, yeah.
And now you're doing more of the YouTube thing with Jody B, and you got a little, some other things that you're trying to cultivate and.
Oh yeah. Like so right now, go ahead, finish.
Yeah. Go ahead. You good? You're already walking into what I was saying.
So right now, what's going on is the reason why I chose live is because it requires nothing. Like all I had to do is set up my OBS, set up all my transition windows, my scenes. Boom, get my thing set up. And you know what? What is a podcast, bro? It's just a live conversation. I never edited my shows anyways.
True.
So why not just do it live? And you know what? And I get it. I'm not going to reach the big audience. Like when I stopped doing Joint Narcissism, I was getting like 6,000 downloads a month. I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get 6,000 views in a month on this YouTube. And I'm okay with that. You know why? Because YouTube, when you build a following on YouTube, that's like a legit following. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's something about the YouTube followers. They're a lot better than the podcast followers. Like just the streaming, like in the earbud podcast followers.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the visual, the connecting, the emotions. I don't know. But with that in mind, I figured I'd just do live, and I would be honest, and that would be a good way for me to learn how to control my personality in a live setting so that I can prevent cringy behavior.
Yeah.
So like right now I'm on this whole tip in my mind where like after the girls were on your show, that it bugged the shit out of me. It really bugged me because
TSS1.
It really bugged me because I knew I wasn't that. I was like, that's not me. Like it might have been me in that moment because of everything that I'm going through, all this change and all this, like I'm tearing myself apart and parts of me I don't know and some parts I do know. And then like, I didn't like it. So like now that I know who I am, I want people to know who I am. Like,
yeah,
I get that I was cringy when they were there. But
I know.
Just forget about it.
I know. No, we're talking about it, so you don't have to forget about it. We can't forget about it because you said something.
I don't know. Lately I've been having a hard time finding words.
Yeah.
And it's starting to bug me.
You should play words with friends.
I just said forget about it.
You should play Words with Friends. It'll bring it all back. I hate that game.
Yeah, I get it. I get it though. I with them, I just figured that they knew. You know,
Yeah.
they knew who I was. And on your show, they didn't mention that I was recording a podcast the whole time. So that kind of upset me, because it was a little disingenuous for them to say that I was just like dominating the conversation and being alpha. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's way out of context, because I was recording a podcast and I am a character, you know?
Oh,
I turn on when the mics are
Yeah,
on.
and
I did. I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, and I can understand that, because like yeah, you know, man, I'm honest with everybody, dude. You are like that whenever you record.
I know.
So
That's
I
why
mean,
I'm trying to stop it.
yeah. TSS1. But I mean, I know that to be you. I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but you know, everybody's not me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing I have to get used to remembering, is everybody's not me. I like to think of everybody as the same way that I think. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
It's a terrible trap that I get myself into, and I acknowledge it. It's just, I'm a human, and you know, I make that mistake, but at least I'm better than most humans, where I'm willing to be like, yeah, that was gross. I shouldn't have did that, and I want to fix it.
Yeah. And it's just like the way things are now is like, I think now, as we are, as you know, human beings in this world that we live in, I believe that we have to be more conscious of everybody more than ever we have in history. You know, from my estimation, I've only been on Earth 35 years, so I don't know shit about shit. But just from my viewpoint, it's just like we got to just be, you know, I don't know. I'm losing words too. I never knew a lot of words anyway, but we got to be in tune with everyone's feelings and how they feel and how they may or may not view things and shit.
Well, this is the thing, though. This is what a lot of folks tend to forget, you know, and this has a lot, and I'm going to bring this up. It has a lot to do with the type of politics a person has. It'll tell you a lot about the maturity level of how they handle situations in life and the way they judge situations. Their politics will tell you a lot about how they'll handle it, you know?
Yeah.
The idea that you are who you are, and that's just who you are, that's a very liberal idea. Like, this is who you are, and we should accept you for it. Yeah, no, that's bullshit, dude. That's bullshit. I have changed so much. And a lot of, like, now this was purposeful change, but leading up to this, there was change that wasn't purposeful that happened, and you gotta let it. People don't want to change, man.
Yeah.
They're scared. There's so much fear in people's hearts about the unknown that they become handicapped, and then their life just gets wasted. You see them when they're 50 and they do nothing. They got no house. They got nothing and they're 50. And I just, you know, I hate that. And I don't want to see that for people. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a vlog. I'm also going to start a weekly vlog. If anybody listening, you can go check out my YouTube, God Shaped Mommy Hole. On number 4, I turned my Mavic Pro into a handheld fucking Steadicam. So I have my Mavic Pro. I'm going to start doing some daily vlogging, showing the growth and how I'm implementing all this change into my life. And I'm going to talk about how all the hardship that I went through, all that stuff that I thought the person I thought I was, last year, I remember talking to you guys about how I missed the guy I used to be, the fun, crazy, outgoing guy that used to just make people laugh. I used to miss that guy. Now I don't. Now I realize I can't miss him, that I'm a completely different person, and I need to respect that person is gone now, because that person paved the way to become the person that I'm becoming now. So, like, there's this whole, like, I have a lot of stuff to talk about because, dude, in the last year and a half, I've read like 16 books. Mm-hmm. All self-help, development, habit forming, social situations, the art of war, the master your money. I've been beating my brain with the idea of becoming a successful fuck. become successful, become successful, become successful.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, now that's who I am. I'm not that alpha guy that needs to dominate the conversation, and I'm not the guy that's trying to be a character for a show anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm growing and I'm developing, and I don't know if you noticed, but I changed my social medias to my real name.
Yeah, I seen that.
I haven't done that ever in my life. This is the first time in my life that I've claimed my real name since 6th or 7th grade. I've never used my real name. It's always been Dexter or Tony.
Dexter's Laboratory.
That's exactly why I use that name too, because I used to love that cartoon, man.
Oh man, I did too. They tried to bring it back, but the animation style wasn't like the original, and I didn't like it as much.
Yeah. I don't like when they try to do the modern animation with the old school cartoons. It doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and it's like they're cheapening it up to me.
Mm-hmm. Like they did with Teen Titans.
Yeah, but that show's still doing good.
It's still tight, right?
Yeah,
it's still tight. But they what they did with it is they made it absurd.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what saved it. I think if they try to make it serious with that cartoon style, that shit would have tanked.
Yeah, long gone are the days of Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, that was such a good series, bro.
Yeah, I love that series. That's what made was I think his name. People are probably gonna scream at me after
James Wood.
Mark Hamill. He played the Joker.
Mark Hamill,
and
the
then,
Joker.
Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman. So to me, visually, whenever I see when I see Batman, I imagine Michael Keaton because that's my Batman. But when I imagine Batman's voice, it's Kevin Conroy. It's the one that did the voice for the animated series and all the animated stuff. So it's like I see Michael Keaton, but I hear his voice.
Yeah, that's similar with a lot of things. Like you see the world a certain way.
Yeah, but like it's just who do you think so far done the best job with the Joker? I mean, hands down, I'm gonna say Heath Ledger for the small role that he did. But shit, everybody only had one crack at the Joker, except for whenever you count the.
Well, yeah, Jack
TV
Nicholson.
series.
He's a classic. He's a classic, more of a old school James Wood type Joker.
Yeah,
way back in the day type. Heath Ledger's is good.
Yeah, I wish we could have got more of that.
Yeah, I would say if we're gonna go towards something that like I can imagine would be real, yeah, Heath Ledger landed that for sure. Like that guy landed. He's a legit psycho. He has no regard. You know, he's probably a super genius, but he's still psycho. You know, with the face paint, the way he made the face paint, the way he talked, his personality.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. It was very well played.
Just talking about it will make me want to watch it right now.
I can't wait till what's his name from Shameless starts playing the Joker.
Oh, is that supposed to be a thing?
Yeah, you didn't know? He's gonna do the prequel deal. He's the guy playing young Joker.
Which one is that? Because I mean, I know of Shameless, but I'm not familiar with the characters.
Have you watched? You haven't watched Gotham?
No, I mean I tried to, but I got way off base with the first season, so I never picked it up again.
What was off base about it?
No, it's just like we started.
Oh, you got off? Oh,
yeah,
you should get back on it, dude. It's legit.
Yeah, we
it's
started watching it, then it was like
good
first season.
Well,
the first season was like 30-something episodes,
yeah.
And I was like, I can't catch up.
What was that? Sorry, I kept stuttering.
Yeah, it's just like when it first came on, we watched like the first couple of episodes, and then life kind of got in the way. We never really caught up. Then the season 1 was like 20-something episodes, and we was like, man, fuck that, we ain't gonna catch up. And it was already in like season 3.
Well, right now you could binge it on Netflix, so you should definitely check it out, man. I don't know the kid's name, but he's got the perfect natural Joker smile. He's a natural ginger.
Oh, okay, I got you. I know who you talk about now, because not too long ago they did from the comic books to where the Joker ripped his face off and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, that guy. Yeah, I got you. So they're making a.
I feel like he's gonna be a really good Joker. I think he's gonna be the best by far.
Yeah, because I remember when he first picked up the role, and people are seeing, you know, bits and pieces here and there about him, you know, being a good guy, and they should, you know, put him in the movie role. It's you know, beyond the TV show.
Oh yeah, give him his own movie.
But
What would that be? The origin story or something like that? Origin, Joker origin.
But I also heard that your boy is supposed to be playing the Joker in the future, Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's
EM4F.
See, now when I think of Leo, when I think of him, that fucking guy, he's a good actor, but I can't envision him as a Joker. But that doesn't mean that he might not be a great Joker.
Yeah, because like the Leto guy, you know, I didn't know how that.
Yeah,
was
Jared Leto.
Yeah, I didn't know how that was going to look, and you know, despite how many people talked down about the Suicide Squad movie, I thought he did a good job. I liked it.
Yeah,
because I wasn't going in there thinking that he was going to be like Jack Nicholson or Heath Ledger or anything like that. I knew he was going to try to be his own thing, and that's what kind of drew me to the character. It's just like he wasn't trying to be like any of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But when I hear about Leonardo DiCaprio, he kind of make me feel that he would kind of ape a little bit of the Jack Nicholson type, maybe.
I could see that. Yeah. Okay.
But who knows, man? We got to see it to believe it.
I could see that happening.
As far as movies go and everything, are you really into what's going on with the DC universe right now? As far as movies?
I haven't seen the Justice League yet. Has it came out, right?
Yeah, it's out. I saw it.
I haven't seen it. I'm not a big movie goer, dude. I'm a blank slate now. Normally, I haven't been a movie goer. Like, I've been a homebody. I don't want to go out. But now I'm going to start going out. I'm going to start doing things like normal people and shit.
Like normal people.
I'm also going to start a clothing line. The GSMH is going to have two separate clothing lines. One's going to be Goblin, and the other is going to be Blackbird. Two different styles of clothing.
Goblin.
Yep, Goblin.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So, like, are you going to go through, like, the people that help you with the Vape Panda stuff, or is that, like, more?
So, exactly. So, basically, this job that I have is just like a fucking resource in itself. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a website, a merch store for GSMH, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have everything on there. And I'm going to have it set up to where you order the clothes. You order what you want. Then I order it from a store, put my logo on it, and then give it to you.
Well, there it is.
It's commerce, bro. I can't believe I didn't think about it sooner. But the only reason why it works now is because I have this job that makes it so that I have this connection. You know, I have a print shop where it doesn't cost me a dime to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So why not take full advantage of that and become a millionaire?
Yeah. Now, as far as the line of the clothing, you know, the Goblin and what you said the other one was?
Blackbird
or whatever. I mean, what's going to be the differences? You know, I mean, what's one and what's
Goblin
the other?
Goblin's going to be like street, casual, stylish, you know, and Blackbird's going to be professional, casual.
Okay. I dig.
Two different sides.
Yeah, it'd be like that meme everybody talking about, you know, get you somebody that can do both.
What do you mean?
Like they have a picture of somebody dressed in let's just say, all grungy and shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. Then they have a picture of the same person dressed like business casual, all cleaned up.
Yep.
So they're like, get you somebody that can do both.
Yep.
That should be your slogan.
Right now, I'm super clean cut, right? I got a nice clean cut hair, everything. I can play both sides. Like before, when we first met, dude, I had the beard, the long hair.
And let me tell you, dude, that was just like some transformation shit, dog. It's just like it all kind of happened at once because like you shaved the beard and everything, and like you were saying earlier, you changed your social media stuff. So yeah. I went on Instagram one day. I'm looking for GSMH, and here's this it didn't pop up. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then I see him posting my timeline from this Tony guy with a clean face and everything. I was like, who the fuck is this? And I was like, oh shit, that's Tony, man.
I know, it's weird, huh? I think that's what helped. I think psychologically somehow that helps you get over shit, man. Just reinventing yourself like that, because it's just external, you know? I don't know if it's because it was external or because I had done the work internally, and then maybe externally it kind of like, it was the cherry on the icing. I don't know. But like, it's been amazing, man. I've never, like, I have my moments where I still get depressed and I still have anxiety. You know, we talked about it earlier. Yeah. But I'm not defeated anymore. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, almost for the longest, I felt so defeated about everything. Now I don't feel defeated. I feel confident. I can fucking handle it. And I'm not worried. It's weird. I've never been like this.
Let me tell you, you are a handsome young man.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I plan on telling you this. You know how I told you I was going to do the lifestyle vlog?
Yeah.
I'm going to be modeling in underwear. I'm going to do the whole I'm doing it all. I'm doing everything that I can do to show, like, I'm going to do my, like, bodybuilding. I'm going to do health and nutrition. I'm going to be, like, dropping psychology, philosophy, and I'm going to be having fun with my kids. I don't know, man. There's so many possibilities that you could,
Yeah.
I'm getting excited.
Yeah, man. It's just like, just doing something new and, you know, finding some joy in the things that you do or whatever. Your mind just wanders all over the place. It's just like, all right, I'm doing this new thing. I really like it. What can I do besides this that kind of give me that same feeling, that same joy or whatever? Cause like, since, you know, shit, dog, this month on the 13th, 2 years I've been doing this damn show. And, I didn't even,
congrats.
Yeah, thank you. And I didn't even think that I'd be into it
doing it
for this long, or, you know, I thought I would have tapped out a long time ago or whatever. But now that I've been doing it consistently and just kind of really enjoying it, I've been thinking outside of the box, you know, trying to do, you know, like you said, with the YouTube and all kind of things, just to kind of like draw people really into the podcast more than anything. But at the same time, like what you were saying, a lot of people may not just want to sit around and listen to, you know, just audio. They want to see something with their eyeballs, you know, so that's where the video content comes into play. So I'm working on it. I always do the Walmart shit on Instagram. Oh, yeah. But, I want to do more, you know, production based stuff. You know, we actually go out into Houston and bring my camera and record shit and interview people and all kind of junk like that. But right now, not right now.
I had the same thing. That's why I want to do the vlog, because essentially if you do a vlog, it's sort of like doing your Walmart vlog, you know?
Yeah.
You just keep doing it.
Yeah. So you can do all kind of vlogging all you want, but you need to stay the fuck up out of my Walmart shit. You can go to Kmart. I'm
gonna do liquor stores. Don't worry.
What'd you say you gonna do?
Now, mine would probably be bud dispensaries.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to kick back a little bit on the weed.
Hey, man.
I want to make it so that I'm not reliant on anything.
Well, yeah, that's good. I was about to say, as a former weed smoker, I can't say nothing bad about weed, but I mean, it's just not in the plan for me in life right now.
Yeah, it's right now. I would say, if you're good, why even think about it?
Yeah,
I needed it. I really needed it. That's why I was doing it so much. Now I don't think I need it as much. You know, I'm still going to smoke, but I just don't want to have to be like high all day, every day.
Yeah. And see, that was the thing too, is just like when I was an active smoker or whatever, I think I was just kind of doing it just to do it. I mean, I enjoyed it, but like when it was time to stop, I just like, boom, it was done. I didn't think of nothing about it and haven't had it since. And that was like when I was 18 years old. So, and then now, most recently, I used to drink, and now because I was taking medications and everything, I couldn't drink. So shit, going damn near on 6 months without alcohol right now. It's just like,
oh yeah,
I don't even really,
hell yeah, dude.
I don't even really miss it, but like, I could go drink right now if I wanted to, but I'm not really wanting to.
You're not feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, man. You saw me. I was a mean old alcoholic. I was drinking at least 4 tall cans a day.
Yeah.
For a while. Now I don't even drink. Now when I drink, I barely can drink a half a beer. Like my body, it's like my body has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
It's like my body knows. Like it's like, bro, like first of all, you drank too much, then you stopped. Now we're good. No, we're not doing this again, dog. You're getting half of that beer. You're gonna enjoy half of that beer, and then we're gonna make it so that you don't want it no more. That's what it feels like.
Cause like when I was drinking or whatever, it was kind of like, I mean, I wouldn't, if it was in the refrigerator, I would drink it. But if it wasn't in the house, I mean, it was just like, I wouldn't even think about it.
Mm.
But like now, just like this whole 6 month or so detox or whatever is just like, whatever. Really?
Yeah, it's different mind too.
Yeah, and really, what it is like right now is
I quit chewing tobacco.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. And I've
hello, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm losing you, I think.
Oh no, come back. Come back, Tony. Come back. And I caught you. You're back. So now, what was the thing with the chewing tobacco and everything? Because like being in the military, you know, it's part of the culture. You know, a lot of people, who, if they didn't smoke, they was damn dipping. If they wasn't dipping, they was smoking. If they wasn't freaking dipping or smoking, they was drinking energy drinks. If they wasn't drinking energy drinks, dipping or smoking, it was just something else. Or it was all of the above.
Yeah. Well, for me, yeah, it was the military for sure. It happened in 2012.
EM4F.
So I used to I used to have this I used to be really codependent. We used to be really codependent on like sex to feel what I should have felt. It's a condition caused by not being loved at a young age. Does that make sense?
Yes, I understand it.
All right. So, like, I always needed women. Dude, I've said this before. I've had sex with lots of women, and I never really understood why. And this moment, I had hit up this redhead girl on Craigslist, and I was in Kentucky at the time in Knoxville. No, I was at Fort Knox, and so I picked this girl up with the company van. And then we came back to the dorms, okay, already breaking the rules. And I smashed, right? Boom, I put it in. And then I finished real quick, because that's all it was supposed to be, you know? I mean, it's Craigslist. Bitch went crazy. Started acting crazy. Because they took the van to the store, and I told her, I was like, all right, we gotta wait. I gotta wait to take you back, because they took the van. And then she's like, started saying all this weird, she started getting crazy, talking about, oh, if you don't want to take me home, you just want to make me fucking walk. Oh, you're a piece of shit. I'm going to tell the MPs you raped me. And like right when she said that, I was like, I went downstairs, grabbed the keys to the emergency van, and took her ass all fucking base, took her home. I got back. One of it wasn't a CO, it was one of the sergeants in charge of us. He was a prior infantry. And he was just like, all right. He's like, why did you take the emergency van? I told him. He was like, good call, but I'm still going to smoke your ass. Dude made me fucking do duck walks for a block and a block back and then a block and then a block back. And then dude had me doing the fucking standing chair. He had every painful thing he could think of. He made me do. And I did every single one of them. He was like, why the fuck didn't you join infantry? I don't fucking know, man. He's like, you're a tough son of a bitch, dude. And I was like, well, I made a mistake, dude. I have to fucking own up to it. I have to fucking do the consequences, man.
Yeah.
And so, like, after that moment, me and him sort of clicked because he only saw me as this goofball. Like, a lot of people in the military at that time, they saw me as this irresponsible goofball. But he saw that in me, what most people would see. And so I hung out with him for a while, and he chewed tobacco. And so after a while, the stress started getting to me being around, and like, you can't smoke. We know that you can't be smoking on base or whatever, or in the field, for example. So it becomes a habit to chew. So I tried it and didn't like it, dude. Didn't like it. And then I tried it again and I liked it. And then from that point on, I was just hooked. It was a habit. I just had to have fucking something in my lip. From 2012 till it's been 2 months now, I think. Going on 2 months now. I haven't chewed tobacco. And the only reason why I'm not chewing tobacco no more, I think, is because of the braces that I have.
Yeah. Cause you got them clear joints, right?
Yep.
See.
But it's great, dude. It's a nice feeling. Like, so like lately I've been like chipping away at substance, you know, like reliant on substance. And it's such a great feeling, dude. Like, I don't feel like I needed to go to the store right now and get 2 beers before I come on the phone and have a conversation with you like I used to.
Yeah. And I can remember, like, when I was drinking before I, started, I took the break or whatever. It was just like I would do the same thing. I would chug something before I jumped on the podcast or whatever, because it would get me. I felt like it kind of, eased my mind or whatever, because, I have all these racing thoughts and all kind of shit, which I normally do anyway, drinking or no drinking. But it kind of became like it was a repetition. It was like a habit or whatever. It wasn't even so much.
Band-Aid.
It wasn't even so much that I was wanting the drink. It was just that I've done this every time before I podcasted, so I felt like I had to do it.
Yeah, it's part of the ritual.
Yeah.
That's all it is, man. That's all, that's what people need to understand about self-development, personal growth. All it is changing your ritual. That's all it is. It's just change a little bit here, change a little bit there. And eventually you get to the point where you don't need a drink, you don't need to smoke. But I'm not going to tell people to not smoke or to not drink or to, you know what I mean? Because I don't think I'd be here right now if I didn't smoke or if I didn't drink or if I didn't do cocaine or if I didn't smoke a shit ton of weed,
Yeah.
I think that stuff helped me discover and see my demon, know my demon, understand my demon, have compassion for my demon. I think that's what people need to understand. Like, in order to be one with yourself, you need to understand that your demon is also you. Your demon is also you, and you need to love your demons as if it was you. That's the only way to find true happiness and peace, is if you love your demon.
Yeah.
You got to find balance in that yin and yang.
And the whole thing with the drinking thing is just like, it was 3 months that I had to take the medication, and it was 3 months that I couldn't drink. So the 3 months was done, and I went to the store, and I was just like, I guess I can give me something to drink now. And then I was just like, but why? And I was like, what would be the reason for me to go get this drink right now? And I was just kind of rationalizing with myself. I was like, all right, I'm going to drink this. And then what? I mean, I got to get up early as fuck tomorrow and go to work. I don't really want to have that in my system and so on and so forth. And then I was just like, all right, I'll just save it for a special occasion. So Thanksgiving came around. I was like, I don't really want it. Christmas came around. I don't really want it. New Year's came around. I was like, I don't really want it. But the thing that I'm looking forward to the most now, right now we're trying to buy a house. And I was just like, this whole time I was like, I think I'll save it for that moment when we're actually in our own house. I get the keys in my hand. I'm standing in my own space. I was like, that's when I'll have a drink, when I get in my house. And then it's like, we're getting closer to that point now. And it's just like, I'm not thinking about
still not wanting to drink it.
Yeah, I'm still not wanting to drink it. So whenever it happened, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, just see it like that, man. Like, that's the way I've been. Like, it's really weird, dude. I used to fucking love beer and I think you know what it was? It was the fact that I saturated my life in that shit for so many months. I think that I wore it out of my system so quick that it couldn't, that my body, I'm just like, all right, we're done. We're done with it. You know?
Hey, I gotta take a pause real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was just like, I don't know. I don't have the craving. I just don't really want it. I mean,
Good.
I think I'll drink again, but I mean, it's not to the forefront of my mind right now.
Yeah, it's not something. See, that's what people don't seem to understand, like, about alcohol and where it starts to turn bad is once you, like, right now you're in a great place of a habit where they're like, what's the point of drinking right now? I'm not celebrating anything. And then when you want to celebrate, you enjoy your sobriety more than you do the alcohol. So the reason why you don't want alcohol is because what it does for you is no longer effective. You know what I mean? So it's like, why?
Yeah.
I'm already there. I'm already where I want to be. So you don't, fuck it. Fuck alcohol.
Yeah. Cause I mean, there was a couple times to where I was just like, I could go for a drink right now. But then, a couple moments later, I was like, what was I thinking about just then? I was on to the next thing.
Yeah. It's like ADD.
It's like
Can't
squirrel.
focus on your cravings. I want some beer. Heroin.
But the new project, the thing that you got going on with the YouTube, you and Jody B or whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to really sit down and look at anything. It's been a couple times to where y'all were live and I would peek in momentarily and I would jump right out. But how'd that come to be? And, kind of what is the motif? What is the how the show
The whole
is?
thing?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same as my shows always have been. Except GSMH, now it can't be like it was because before it was like that because of Fredo and Clig.
Yeah.
And I can't recreate that. And if they wanted to ever come back, I would happily enjoy their company now that, I'm a completely different person, even just a year and a half or so that we haven't even talked, but
V3N1.
They brought something to the table that I want to try to bring back. That's why I had Jody B on. Jody B has like a low key, calm, subtle, dark humor sometimes, and I love that. I love the low key dark humor, man. I find that shit fucking hilarious. I don't even know why. I think it's just because it's so wrong, then it's funny. I don't know. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm just letting it. I'm not planning. I'm not trying to structure. I'm not making any rules. It's just Saturday around 10:30. Me and Jody B go live, and we have a conversation for about an hour. And you know what? Today we had a really good conversation. I ain't gonna lie. I'm already at 14 views, which is good for 26 subscribers.
Yeah, and then that'll grow in time because you just started.
Yep. So I mean, and I think I like YouTube better because I get to know how many subscribers there are. It's a little comforting.
Yeah.
Even if they are 26, I know there's 26 people that will get a notification. It's a little comforting.
Yeah, and it's like how you was talking about YouTube earlier, man. It's just like a whole different animal than other social media platforms or whatever. Mm-hmm. Twitter is what it is. Twitter is just kind of like a machine, pretty much. I mean,
it's an advertising machine.
Yeah, you get on there, you follow people, and then you tweet something, then it'll fly off into the ether somewhere, and maybe people will see it depending on how many people follow you and how many people you follow and all kind of shit like that. So, because it's been many a times to where like people that I actively tweet with, they'll tweet me something. And I follow so many people and everything, and my timeline is just cluttered with so much shit that I don't even see the tweet that I'm mentioned in sometime.
You know why? It's because, well, how many followers you got?
It depends on which account. Let's just see. on my personal account, the one I first started out with, I got like 1,000 followers. On the show, it's about 1,200.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so it's just like, and it's not. It's
And you
it's
did
cluttered with
your
retweets.
Twitter organically. You didn't do it like most of us did, where we did that hardcore fucking follow shit.
Yeah.
You just let your shit be organic. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, it's just like in the beginning, because I remember when I first started, I was just like, I had my personal account, and I didn't even want to do an account for the show or whatever, and I was just freaking. When I would do a show, everybody that followed me, I would shout their name out on the show. And then
I remember that.
Then it got to be a little overwhelming and everything, because I started picking up, all kinds of different followers and shit. And I didn't want to go back and write all them names down or go into my account.
That's what you need an assistant for.
And it just became, crazy. But a lot of it came through networking. It was just like, I would talk with you, and then a few people that were in your circle seeing me talk with you, and a few would come over here, and then I would converse with them a little bit, and I would follow some people in their little circles, and some of their circle would come to my circle, and it was just bouncing back and forth or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, my following criteria was I would only follow you back if you were a podcaster. If you was just some random motherfucker, I wouldn't follow you back.
That's weird.
So that's how it was at first. So if you were a podcaster, I would automatically follow you back. And if you did if you did something, if I went to your profile and all it said was, I like ponies, I wasn't following you back. But if you said you were a comedian, a musician, an athlete, or something like that, you actually did something, I would follow you.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go see a comedian on Tuesday. What's his name? Ocean
11?
Let me look on my phone. I don't want to be rude about it. He gave me some free tickets to the Ontario Improv. It's only like 20 minutes from my house. Well, but he hit me up on my Insta talking about liking your page, bro. Got some tickets for you. Right here, this dude Ocean says he just said, "Good morning. I have featured for Cat Williams and currently on tour with Dion Cole. I headline in the Ontario Improv this Tuesday, January 3rd, and would like to invite you and a guest out with a pair of complimentary VIP tickets." And I was like, "Hell yeah, dog, shoot me them ticks." And he's like, "Okay, cool. Ticks will be at the box office under your name day of the show." So his name, for all of your listeners, if you guys want to go check him out, his name's Ocean Lapion. It's at Ocean Live. That's his Instagram, Ocean Live. And he's got a bunch of comedian stuff on here, but I'm gonna go check him out.
That's what's up. That's what I've been looking to do more of, because Houston, just through through Instagram, there's a lot of comedians running around here, and especially there's one in particular that running around here doing a whole bunch of different skits and everything. And the only reason that I'm kind of reaching out to him and want to do some stuff with him, because the places that he go to film his stuff, I'm familiar with those places. So I'm like, oh, I've been there. I know where that is. So I reached out to him, and hopefully we can make that happen one day.
That'd be dope. Hell yeah.
But reaching out to local people, because like I said, man, once I get this house shit situated, I have more funds to kind of, bounce between bills and, leisure shit. I'm gonna put some money back into the show and take it out into the city of Houston, because goddamn, this place is big.
Yeah, dude, it's a big town. It's a super liberal city too, man. And if I lived there, and I'm sure there's got to be a lot of venues as well.
Oh yeah.
So man, it's like, what are you waiting for, bro? Get on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I just gotta tackle this house hurdle, and once I'm done with that shit,
we
get it lined up.
Hold on 1 second. Within like 2 years, I plan on plan on starting my own business, and hopefully within 5, I'll own a business and own a house. So that's what I'm shooting for within 5 years. Was that 2023?
V3 in 1. Yeah, we have a new president by then, hopefully.
Yep, 2023. I should have a house and a business, and if I don't, maybe 2024.
Yeah.
Can't really give up if you don't. You just got to push the date up.
Yeah, it's just like
So you getting the house you want?
No, I'm getting the house she want because.
Did you get a garage at least?
Oh yeah, I got the garage.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, because I mean,
at least
this is the way it go. When we went to do the house hunting and everything, it's just like I had the man cave goggles on. It's just like anything that she brought up to my attention or anything we wouldn't view, I was automatically hawking the spot to where I could set up the man cave. So
yeah.
the first house we went see, she automatically fell in love with it or whatever because it had everything in it that she wanted plus some. So
that's dope.
So I was just like,
that's awesome, dude. I'm really happy for you, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
It's a big milestone, man.
Yeah. I mean, I said it before. It's just like, none of this shit is for me. It's for her and the kids. Because I don't give a shit. I can live in the van if I had to.
Yeah. Yep.
This is for
I tell people that shit all the time, dude. I could live in the woods. I could literally live in a tent. As long as I had a job and money. Living where you sleep, not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But it's just military mindset, I guess. Yeah. There's a lot, civilians don't think like that.
No. It was funny. She used to be in the military, so I don't see.
Oh, she's a woman, bro.
Yeah. But, and I brought it up before. It's just like, she didn't grow up in the best of conditions, and I'm pretty sure you can relate to that. So it's just like me knowing that is wanting her to have this space.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, it was just like the whole time I was just like, all right, let's see how this looks. All right, I can put my stuff right over here.
This is my corner.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. With this house, all right, it's 5 of us, so we only need 4 bedrooms.
Yeah.
And when we went to this place, it was just like, all right, we got 4 bedrooms. Yes. We got a living room. Yes. Got a kitchen. Of course. But there was like, most of the houses that we always lived in, there was always like a dining room, the place to where people put the fancy table and the dishes and everything, and they don't never use it.
Yes.
That's usually where I would set up shop at. That's where my man cave would be. But this house didn't have that. They had a 5th bedroom, but that bedroom was converted into an entertainment room. So it had a projector in the ceiling. It had
it could be a podcast studio.
Yeah, it had the freaking the theater chairs. It had the big screen in there for the projector. And I was like,
that's some baller shit, man.
So I was like, yeah, this can be my space. But the more I look at it and the more I think about it, it's just like
more work. You gotta move the chairs.
Yeah, and it's not even that. It was just the pure fact of like, all right, every place that we've been that that I've done this podcast in, or even just in general before the podcast even came into play, we always had an extra space for me to put my shit.
Yeah.
And that space that I had to put my shit in, it was not inclusive. It was just like, I'll be in there doing my thing, playing video games or just, quiet to myself. Somebody would just randomly walk through there. It was that type of space. It was just like, I didn't have any doors. I couldn't close myself off. I couldn't do shit. So now we got this space, this theater room, but we watch movies all the time. So if I'm in there trying to do my shit, what do you think they're going to want to do all the time?
Yeah, they're going to go in there and watch a movie.
So that's why I'm like, fuck, I ain't got no space for my shit. So looking at the backyard, I was like, maybe I can build something in the backyard. Nope. Pool take up the whole goddamn backyard. They only got like a little bitty square for grass. I mean, I could probably finagle something, but it's going to be real tight. And then I was
in
like,
the summertime, it'll probably be all hot and shit.
Yeah. And then my only other option is the garage, which is a 2-car garage, and I don't never park in the garage anyway. So
Garage is definitely the way to go, bro.
that's probably where I'm gonna be. I told my
You're gonna
wife.
be the Black Mark Marin.
I told my wife, I was just like, all right, this is my vision for this place. I mean, the whole house is yours anyway. I mean, you can decorate it and do whatever the hell you want, but I need half of the garage. I say,
Listen to you. That's not even a compromise. You can have everything. All I want is half of the garage.
I was like, I don't even park in the garage as is now. I was like, you got a space for your car? I just need the other half of the garage. That's all I want.
I'm a simple man.
And I'm just I'm trying to picture it in my mind right now how I want to do it. I just want to, first of all, that garage door gonna come out, and we're gonna get a smaller one for one car to go in, and then I'm gonna wall off all that other shit, make it like my own shit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So that's the vision.
Or you could even just build the wall in there and not even mess with the garage door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you build a wall,
then they can't come in and take our jobs.
One fucking wall, dude. Just one wall. Save yourself time. You open the garage door, and that's the door to get in.
You heard me? I said, if I make the wall, they can't come in and take our jobs.
Yeah, come in and take a producer job.
No, but if I'm gonna do it, man, I want it the way I want it done, and it's like I got so many visions in my mind about how I want to go about it, and everything is just like, all right, I want to chop that door in half, make her half big enough, get her a door for her car to go in the garage and everything. I want to take the far end half, wall that shit down, put a frickin' front door where the garage door used to be, so I can just have my own key and walk in that motherfucker as I want to. Damn, section it off so I can have like a little reading corner and have my little shit for my games. Goddamn, have a wall that's just completely chroma key green so I can do green screen work.
Oh yeah,
I have the vision.
Hell yeah.
So
that's what's up, man. Man, it sucks that wouldn't it, dude, just take one moment.
3 A B H T S S 1 E M 4 F V 3 N 1.
Empty your mind. Now imagine a cul-de-sac in, let's say, what's a fun place to live? I don't know.
We'll fill in the blank later, but
yeah,
continue.
fill in the blank later. Someplace fun. Okay, we live in a cul-de-sac. Me, you, Jody, fucking Sean, Ray. We all live on the same block. Imagine the fucking shit we could create. Imagine the collaboration we could do.
We all had to probably string up tin cans and everything. You know, the old school walkie-talkies to Sean house because, you know, he don't like to talk to people like in person.
I know. Yeah, Sean has been distant lately. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Sean,
working a
motherfucker.
Lot. God damn you, Sean. Sean would be the creepy kid on the block now looking out the window at everybody while we playing outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just like I can already see this. I know Ray, the type of person to probably have a fire pit in his backyard. I think he said that on the show even once or twice. So we all probably be at Ray's house just carrying on in the backyard.
On the fire pit.
Yeah. And see, and this the thing though. If we get Ray in our cul-de-sac, we automatically have Danielle and Chris.
Yeah. See, and then all we would be doing is just having dope ass conversations and laughing so much all the time, creating cool ass content, having fun. That's like that's like a dream for me. That's like the way I want to live my life. Like, because at the end of the day, you know, we don't know if there's a heaven or hell. We don't know if there's anything after this. We don't know. But what we do know is that we're here right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're here now, and we're young still, you know, give or take. But why not? Why not? Because we have bills. Because we have children. Is that like this is why like it's risky for me doing all this risky shit because my ex-wife, she's not that type of person. She's very conservative. She's worked the same job since she graduated high school. She's never changed.
Yeah.
She's all about safe, secure, and she needs to know, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, me doing this, she could flip out, take my kid away from me, say that I'm irresponsible doing this. But in my soul, in my deep down, I don't care. I don't want to live life, like, all safe and shit just to make sure I don't get in trouble by another human being. Or like before, I would say things that would hurt people's feelings. Like, I used to say, I don't want to, what's that word? Censor myself. But it's not censoring yourself. It's just compassion and just understanding that people aren't on your level sometimes. And when you say things, you can crush them.
Yeah.
And, you know, fuck, I hate when I do that.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought and went off on something else.
Choo choo.
But we should definitely, I think what I'm going to do is if I become a millionaire is what I'll do. I'll buy a house centrally located. I'll buy a giant piece of land centrally located and just, I'll send out house movers to get your houses. You can move houses. So I'll send house movers to move your fucking house to this giant plot of land and we'll create our own fucking civilization of podcast dreamers.
Yeah, like a podcast utopia.
Yeah. Everybody's podcasting.
And see, that's another thing too, man. It's just like I've been thinking, like, if I was to do this and try to make it a business or a brand or whatever, I seriously, when I was at work one day, because I do security, and there's some post to where I'm just sitting out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, or just sitting there guarding shit, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, lots of time to reflect and think about things. In the same way that I was telling you about the half of the garage and how I wanted to build in the vision that I had for it, I was kind of thinking of the same way toward podcasting, you know, how I wanted to build this and do these things. And one of the things I was thinking about, because I was on YouTube figuring out how to hang drywall and build shit, because, you know, I thought about building the shit in the garage myself. But then I thought about it more, and my philosophy is, all right, if I fuck it up, it's on me, and that's more money I'm gonna have to pay. But if I pay somebody and they fuck it up, they gonna have to fix it, and they gonna have to pay. So, all in the midst of while I was thinking this or whatever, I was thinking about building a little soundproof booth and everything, and then spawning from that, the idea was like, what if I can rent a space and, you know, hook it up for, you know, just for people to come in and podcast for people who don't have equipment.
Yep.
You know? Yep.
I did that. Nobody wants to use my shit. I did that, dude. I had like 4 different people that wanted to do podcasts. Like, yeah, I've been thinking about starting to do a podcast. Like, bro, got everything you need. All you got to do is come over to my house, use my studio, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to do it.
And see, and that's the thing too. Cause like, I've known people that reach out to me not too long ago saying that they want to start a podcast, and you know, and it comes down to semantics of you know, what we're going to talk about, how we're going to do it, and all kind of stuff. And I always talk to them about like, hey man, you know, you got to look into a podcast provider, or you can go through Squarespace, because you can upload audio directly to Squarespace and your websites and all kind of shit like that. You can do your RSS through that and all kind of other crazy shit. So I'm throwing a lot of info at them, and that shit kind of scare people off sometimes, because it's, you know, it's more than what they think. And I was even thinking about starting like maybe my own network, or, you know, this was just all in the day to when I was just thinking about all this stuff randomly. And I was just like, man, if I can get people that I can believe in that actually will follow through and create their own content, I would pay for them to do a podcast. Like, I would put my own money down and pay for their damn hosting fees and all kind of stuff like that, or even put in on their hosting fees so they don't have to pay full price, just because, you know, I want to help them. You know, it was just like, my mind was all over the place, man. It was just like, and I like thinking like that, because I mean, I don't think nothing but could come from that. But at the same time,
positive thinking, bro.
But at the same time, I was just like, all right, what if I start paying for this motherfucker to do this shit, and then they change their mind? That'd be all that money that I lost. But then at the same time, it's just like, oh well, it's not like I can't make that money back. And then think about podcast hosting fees. If you go to the right place or find the right service, I mean, you're not really paying that much. I mean, you spend $10 to $20 on stupid shit every day anyway. So, I mean, it's not really a loss.
Yep. That's true. That's the reason why I chose, to go with Libsyn and I left Zencast. Although Zencast is dope. Kieran, I have nothing against Zencast. Kieran, that guy's a killer guy.
Yeah, he is. And he did it all by himself. You
get more for your money at Libsyn than you do at Zencast. Libsyn is such a tried and true tested hosting site that I'm willing to pay $40 for, I think it was like 800 megabytes or 400 megabytes.
Yeah.
And it uploads everything. It does. Every episode you can do episode thumbnails for like Stitcher. It links you to iHeartRadio. It links you. It does the stuff for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for $40, I was like, whoa. And I even emailed Kieran. I was like, hey man, I was like, if you adopted this delivery system for the iTunes to deliver it to every possible delivery system for a podcast, I would happily go back to Zencast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe he has done some stuff like that, but
yeah, that's what happened. It is like I stuck with him for that longest of time, and I was just like, man, this is really taxing on my pockets. And I understood why it costs as much as it did at the time is because it was a one-man project. He was doing it all by himself. And not too long after I jumped from Zencast to Podbean, his prices went down. To what I'm paying for Podbean now is kind of on the same line is what he's offering over there at Zencast. So I was just like,
so he went down from 20.
Yeah, he went down
for unlimited.
I think it's like 14 something now.
Even that's not bad.
And I was just like, because I mean that's probably about the same that I pay for Podbean right now.
Dude, Kieran, he wanted me to come back so bad that he was willing to let me have another show for free.
I don't know. But I mean,
but I didn't want to take advantage of him, so I didn't do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because he is a good guy.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, who knows? I mean, I'll wait a couple months and check back in on him. Maybe he'll.
I'm actually going to check back in on him soon because I believe he keeps the episodes archived, and if he still has my old show, I would love to have it as a reference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like 120 something episodes.
3A B H T S S 1 E M 4 F V 3 N 1. Yeah. I mean, you don't save your stuff?
No, I'm not that type of person.
What?
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh man, I save all that shit, man. I look. After I save this episode, it's going to go directly into my cloud folder. It's going to go on the thumbstick. It's going to go on the hard drive, and it's going to go somewhere else.
Fair enough.
And the only reason because, I mean, I've implemented more steps than because
to prevent yourself from fucking up.
Yeah, the fucking computer died, man, and I almost lost all that shit.
Oh shit!
So I was just like, "Fucking, this will never happen again." I got it so good one time, like this last episode, I had it already recorded and everything to put out. I didn't even have to use my computer. I just went on my phone and uploaded all that shit and put the episode out.
That's the way to go, man.
So I was like,
keep it simple. Got to keep it simple.
So I was like, fuck your couch. You will never take advantage of me again.
Huh?
Yep. But damn. But yeah, man. The future is bright, just like you were saying. Positive mental attitude.
Puzzlement.
Puzzle.
That's a new word. The new word of the day. Make that the title of the episode. Puzzlement.
Puzzlement. You got it. I'm writing it down right now. Puzzlement.
Well, I wanted to apologize to the ladies at Mixed Feelings for my apparent creepy behavior. I wish she would have used better adverb to describe me than creepy.
You are.
I don't think I'm creepy. I think I'm,
especially when you had that curly mustache. You was like a Snidely Whiplash or some shit.
Oh yeah, I was like a villain, huh?
But
maybe they'll give me a second chance. You know, I was going through a weird time.
yeah, it's all good.
I seem to always be going through weird times, but
Hey, but,
anyway.
but you realizing your potential and everything.
Yeah. It's important, man. Like, look, I don't really have anybody, you know, necessarily like most people do. All I have is me. So, like, if there's something wrong with me, I have to fix me. Because it's not like I have a large group of people that love me for who I am, you know?
Yeah.
Because, for who I was, let's just say who I was, not am. Because that would indicate that I'm being fake when I'm around people.
Yeah.
The person that I was, I forgive that guy, all the shitty things he did, because now that I understand my history and my past, and now that I understand psychology and sociology, and I understand just, you know, nutrition, like, I forgive myself. Like, I was a mess. I've been a mess my entire life. There's no way I had a chance to be normal at all. And I forgive myself because it wasn't my fault. I didn't put myself in that situation, but I did dig myself out of it. And the one thing I hate is for all that hard work to be ignored, you know, and for the way they described me to be the only way they think of me. I don't want that to be, because that's not who I am, you know?
Yeah.
It's just an ego thing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let it be an ego thing because I feel like it's important.
Yeah. All right, man. I think that's about enough for this thing, because I had to go get ready to cater to Miss B Rob or whatever. She'd be home shortly, so I had to cook her some food.
Yeah, I gotta go work.
So let's go ahead and do your plugs and your shout outs, man.
Thank you for having me on, B Rob. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man.
Anybody want to go check out the YouTube channel? It's God Shaped Mommy Hole on YouTube. The GSMH yellow, you'll see it. Basically just me and Jody B. I got some videos in here of me trying to review stuff. I'm gonna do more stuff, like where I get really high and watch like Animal Planet and just do commentary. I'm gonna do stuff like that. I'm gonna do weekly vlogs. I'm gonna start off with weekly vlogs because I don't want to put a big workload on me.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just stay tuned for the growth, because right now I'm at bottom. I have no job. My bank account's empty. And by November, I plan to have doubled what I made last year. And if I can exceed that, fucking spectacular. And it's all going to be, I just can't wait. I'm excited. And I want everybody else to be excited with me. That's all.
For sure. All right, man. And as always, you've been a guest of the show, and you're free and clear to come back anytime you want. The door is always open.
Awesome. All right, B Rob. Take it easy, brother.
For shizzle. And there you have it, folks. Another exciting episode of the Random Ramblers with Rob. And yeah, man, it's all about change. It's all about that forward progression, which I wish everybody is kind of striving for that next level of success in their lives, regardless of whatever it is that you're pursuing or trying to do. Make steps toward the next big thing and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's just like, if you haven't heard Tony's story, you know, ran away from home or abandoned as a youth and everything, and pretty much raised himself, you know. So I would say refer to, you know, old episodes of the God Shaped Mommy Hole. But as you heard from Tony himself, I mean, he doesn't even have all that old stuff, because he doesn't hold on to the past. You know, he just kind of strides forward toward the future. But, you know, I mean, I'm kind of like that in a way or whatever. I mean, whatever happened in the past happened in the past. And then, you know, I try not to dwell on stuff like that. I always have buyer's remorse, though. You know, I always spend money on a big ticket item and everything. And like immediately after I get this thing that I thought I wanted so bad in my hand, I'm like, oh man, you know how much money I spent on this shit? You know how many, and you know, I always defer to food or whatever. You know how much food I could have bought with this money that I spent on this one thing, you know, and then I get to think about all the food that I could have bought with this money. And I was like, well, I would have ate all that food and just shit it out and had nothing afterwards, but the nutritional value or lack thereof. But I'll have this thing for however long I can maintain it, or it breaks and shit like that. And so I talk myself into buying it. Then I'm sad that I bought it afterwards. And then I talk myself back into why I purchased it and all that other bullshit. But anyway, yeah, man. And as you heard from myself, man, I just like, I want this to be a business one day, but I mean, I can only tackle so much at a time. And there's just so many different things that I want to do, beyond the audio version of this podcast. Just few local businesses that I've been, made aware of because of social media here in Houston, Texas. I mean, Houston is so fucking big, man. 2 million people in this bitch, if not more. And, it's slowly becoming, I think it's the 4th biggest city in the United States to moving up into the number 3 spot. So that's the grasp of concept of how big Houston is. And, so many local businesses that I've been turned on because of like Instagram mainly, but I want to go to these places and interview the owners or just some of the employees there, you know, and just have them talk about their businesses, you know, because I feel that like now that I am living here in Houston, I mean, this is my city now. So I got to put the city more so on the map than it already is, other than for senseless violence. But look forward to that content in the future. I'm trying to strive toward those things, but I'm not really going to pick up too much steam on that until we get this goddamn house. And on the other news, if you heard random utterance of a combination of letters and numbers and everything, I said it on Twitter and Instagram that scattered throughout this episode is a digital code for the original Jumanji movie. So throughout the episode, you might have heard rather 1, 2, 3, 4 times that the podcast was interrupted due to me reading off some letters and numbers. Those letters and numbers come together in order to form a digital download for the movie Jumanji, starring Robin Williams and everything. I just watched this movie last night. I bought the 4K Ultra HD version or whatever, because now I'm an owner of a 4K TV, which that was another thing. You can ask Sean from the Horribly Awkward podcast that damn, I had so much, you know, I thought I was going to, just what I was talking about before. I talked myself into buying this thing. Then I talked myself out of buying this thing. And then when I got it, I was like, yeah. And then shortly after, I was like, man, I'm going to take this shit back. And, you know, I held on to it. So that Sean was there with me through all the phases of my, remorse buying and all that other crazy shit. But, yeah, I haven't watched it on 4K yet. I watched the Blu-ray version last night with the wife, and I'm looking forward to revisiting the 4K version of it just to see how pretty it looks. It looks damn good on Blu-ray, but I can imagine how it looks on that 4K. And Mrs. B. Rob was laughing her ass off at this movie, man. She get this thing to where if she laughs, if something is funny enough to her, she'll laugh herself into the point to where she start wheezing and shit. She just like can't hardly breathe and shit. And it's funny to me. You know, I'm not even laughing at the same thing she's laughing at. I'm just laughing at the fact that she's laughing that hard. But yeah, that was the episode. Hopefully, if you listen throughout the whole show, you got those codes for the Jumanji digital download. That's a gift from me to you. And that's about it, man. Let's wrap this thing on up. It's your boy B-Rob. And you can follow me on Twitter at It's B-Rob. That's ITSBROB. If you want to talk professional wrestling or any other general shenanigans, that's the account you do it on. Also, the show has its own Twitter account, which you can follow at 3R Show. 3R Show. You can go to randomrobcast.com for different ways that you can help and contribute to the show. And if you're looking forward to me doing this video content, me going out into the great planet of Houston, Texas, and interviewing people and doing things on randomrobcast.com, there's ways to expedite that step in the podcast and everything. So the ways you can do that is clicking on the Amazon links, using Amazon links. If you just click on the Amazon link on randomrobcast.com, it'll take you to Amazon, and you just bookmark that son of a bitch. So if you're a frequent Amazon shopper, just bookmark my link as your Amazon shopping portal, and you don't pay extra. But every time you purchase something, I get a little kickback or whatever. So I would much appreciate you doing that. Also, there's a 30-day free trial of Amazon Prime, which is awesome. So I get a little kickback for you using that. Also, I have merchandise on there. Shout outs to Ripken for purchasing a Random Rambles with Rob t-shirt. I appreciate you very much. And you can do the same. I got a T-shore on shore. See, I can't talk, man. That's why the episode is labeled this way. A tease store on represent.com. And there's a Amazon wish list. You can buy me equipment if you want to. You can donate directly to me. I got a PayPal link on there, and all kinds of stuff. But as I say now, more so than anything, you don't have to do any of that shit. You don't have to be like Brandon McIntyre and Glenn Abbott. You don't have to pay a goddamn dime. You don't have to use a goddamn link. The most important thing that you can do for this show is listen. Tell a friend, have them listen, especially if they're in Iowa, Idaho, Vermont, and Alaska. But listen to the show. Give me a review. Subscribe and like all my shit. That's free. All that's free. I mean, it helps me in the long run, but I would very much so appreciate you doing that. You don't have to go to randomrobcast.com, which I hope you do, and purchase a shirt or use the links. You don't have to do any of that. The most important thing you can do is like, subscribe, write a review, share with a friend. That's the most important thing you can do for this show. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, not at 3R Show, because sorry punk son of a bitch has the moniker of 3R Show on Instagram, and they ain't got no posts, no pictures, nothing. They just squatting on that motherfucker. And I apologize for calling you a son of a bitch, but that's what you are. Son of a bitch. You don't respond to none of my DMs. Fuck you. Not really. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. But follow me on Instagram to where you can watch me stroll through the hallowed halls of Walmart, vlogging, as you young people say. And fuck Paul Logan, or Logan Paul, whatever the hell his name is. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. You can also get exclusive content on the Lemur app, LIMOR, acronym, less is more, or Lil Wayne's pseudonym, whatever the fuck they call them shits. But the Lemur app is only available on iPhone right now. They're slowly working up to that inferior device. See, I can't talk, man. Device known as Android. And that's probably because I'm talking shit about another thing or product or whatever. That's why I'm stumbling over words. They're getting me back mentally, But yeah, download the Lemur app. It's totally free. You don't pay no in-app purchasing fees and no shit like that. And I would also recommend the Lemur app if you're thinking about podcasting. If you're thinking about podcasting and you're not really committed to purchasing the equipment or doing all the other things like shopping around, paying money to upload your audio, use the Lemur app. I mean, it's the beginning stages. You can use it to get a feel for what podcasting is or whatever, because you can do it all from your phone or whatever, and it'll save on your phone. You can edit it on your phone. You can upload from your phone. And that's the Lemur app, where you can get exclusive content from a show now that I dub Behind the Randomness. It's me talking about the episode that's currently on, which I'm on right now, and just behind the scenes shit, things that I just be randomly thinking about, podcasting, life, and so on and so forth. So it's a behind the scenes of the Random Ramblers with Rob podcast. Behind the Randomness, only on the Lemur app. And I think that's it, man. I don't know what I got planned for next week. I'm going to probably pull something out of my ass. I'll be working nonstop all next week as well. But hey, man, trying to get my family in a home. So I appreciate you for listening, and stay tuned for all that, the rambly roobly roo from Hoppy, and I'll see you next time.
Welcome to the latest episode of Unexplained Mysteries with Hoppy. On 11th of December 2002, two motorists called police to report seeing a car veering off the A3 trunk road with headlights blazing at Burfam, Missouri. A thorough search uncovered a car concealed in dense undergrowth and the long-dead driver nearby. It turned out that the crash had actually happened 5 months earlier when the driver, Christopher Chandler, had been reported missing by his brother. Laura Buxton released a helium-filled balloon during celebrations for her grandparents' gold wedding anniversary in Blurton, Staffordshire, in June 2001. Attached to the balloon was her name and address and a note asking the finder to write back. 10 days later, she received a reply. The balloon had been found by another Laura Buxton in the garden hedge of her home in Pewsley, Wiltshire, 140 miles away. Both Lauras were ages 10, and both had 3-year-old black Labradors, a guinea pig, and a rabbit. Look it up! When Jim Wilson's father died in Natal, South Africa in April 1967, both Jim, living in England, and his sister Muriel, living in Holland, were informed. Muriel contacted her husband, who was on business in Portugal, and he flew to South Africa right away, changing planes at Las Palmas Airport in the Canary Islands. He bought a postcard showing holiday makers on Margaret Beach, Natal, and sent it to Muriel. It was she who noticed that the photograph showed her father walking up the beach. These have been tales of the unexplained from Hoppy Roger. Little known Hoppy facts. I'm a technician class ham radio operator. It's amateur radio. That's like a step down from like radio on your car, FM, AM, and a step up from CB. You got to have a license to even talk on the goddamn radio. You are a station. You got to take a test and all this bullshit. No Morse code. I think they took away the Morse code requirement for the first couple classes. But back in my day, we had to have it. But anyway, I got into ham radio because cell phones, when they first come out, was like $100 for 10 minutes. It was ridiculous. So we all had pagers, but I wanted a cell phone, but I didn't have the money. So I got a ham radio, and you can use this thing called an auto patch to hack into the cell frequencies and make a call. So you can't get calls because you don't have a cell phone number. It's not a cell phone, but you can have a pager, $10-15 a month, and then you get a page, and then just use your ham radio to hack into the cell phone shit and make your phone call. So anywho's, 1998. Before the International Space Station, the Mir Space Station was up there, and I used my ham radio during thunder. You got to have a repeater, so like your ham radio goes so far, just like a cell phone tower. That's what a repeater is for ham radio, and that's our cell phone towers. So anyways, most time you can only go about 3 to 5 miles with your handheld, but if you got a repeater, you can go a whole city and all this shit, and if you can hit double repeaters, it's even more. But anywho, during a thunderstorm, when the ionosphere, this is why the military uses HAARP and manipulates the ionosphere. It's very powerful. So when there's certain thunderstorms and a lot of static electricity, you can beam your handheld up into the ionosphere and talk to people literally on the other side of the world with no repeater. I mean, think about that shit. And so they're using HAARP to communicate with subs and all this other shit and possibly manipulate weather. Who the fuck knows? Look that shit up. HAARP. It's the acronym HAARP up in Alaska. Anywho, on this particular night in 1998, I used that shit was going on in the ionosphere. Bitch, I got in contact with the Mir space station. I talked to the cosmonauts, the Russians on the Mir space station, just standing out in my front yard. And I tell you what, man, that was an awesome fucking experience. And, man, just had to tell y'all.
Your face is coming straight to your ears. A podcast network that's changing gears, bringing fresh funky pods with a fresh funky beat. A family of pods that are bringing the heat. There ain't no stopping us. Keep coming back to us, sick ass pods that'll make you hush. www hush your face. www hush your face. www hushyourface.com.